Tanjiro Kamado continues fighting against Worogi and considers using the demon's flight ability to exit the forest and return to Nezuko Kamado and Genya Shinazugawa in the village. Finalizing his plan, Tanjiro stabs the demon in the mouth when he picks him up and uses the force to smash into the building's exterior wall, cracking it and falling in. Tanjiro picks himself in time to see Sekido paralyzing Nezuko. When he dashes to save her, Sekido generates another stab and tries to hit Tanjiro, but the boy uses Worogi's foot to defend himself and prevent the lightning from reaching him. He then slices the demon's head and tongue, stalling some time for him to pull the staff out of Nezuko's neck. Suddenly, Tanjiro gets slammed down on the ground with the second staff and is about to receive a shock of lightning, but Nezuko recovers in time to burn Sekido and prevent him from hurting him. Relieved that Nezuko's blood demon art is effective, he looks up in time to see Karaku soar through the air and hit the building's floor with enough pressure to bore a hole through it and render Tanjiro and Nezuko unconscious. Worogi, Karaku, and Sekido then regroup and gaze over their opponents, planning on dealing the final blow. In the depths of the forest, Muichiro Tokito defeats a fish demon and saves Kozo Kanamori, who is happy to see him and Katetsu safe. After the reunion, Muichiro requests for Kozo to provide him with his fixed blade to replace the chipped one he is currently using. Kozo agrees that Muichiro needs a new blade and mentions that it was Tanjiro who asked him to fix the old blade. He leaves the Mist Hashira and Katetsu to the shed where Hotaru Haganazuka is currently working and expresses gratefulness that there weren't any fish demons nearby. Kozo explains that he has a sword for Muichiro in the shed, and after he receives it, he should immediately head back to the village to protect the chief. Muichiro denies this proposal and pulls Kozo back when he tries to advance towards the shed. He tells him he senses something and sees a pot rattle. Gyokko, the upper rank 5, comes out and identifies Muichiro as a Hashira for realizing he was there and faces the trio. Gyokko introduces himself to Muichiro Tokito, Kozo Kanamori, and Katetsu, and asks for a moment before he kills them. He presents his art piece titled Death Throes of the Smiths, consisting of multiple mangled swordsmiths with blades pierced through their bodies. The demon starts describing the details of his work, while a horrified Kozo and Katetsu name the swordsmiths. Gyokko taunts them by their reactions and twists one of the swords, resulting in one of the swordsmiths screaming out in pain. Aggravated by his demonstration, Muichiro attacks Gyokko, but he retreats into his pot before the Hashira cuts him. He reappears in another pot on the shed's roof, and Muichiro notes his ability to switch between the pots, then slices up the one on the roof. Gyokko swiftly switches to yet another pot, appearing out of thin air on the ground, and expresses great irritation at Muichiro for destroying his artwork. The demon summons a couple of fish demons, which surprise Muichiro with blood demon art. 1,000 needlefish kill and shower hundreds of sharp needles at him. The swordsman manages to dodge the first onslaught of needles, but is forced to take multiple hits from a second attack of needles to protect Kozo and Katetsu. He tells the civilians to get away as the fish continue to attack him. Gyokko stands on the side and laughs at Muichiro's appearance, which consists of multiple needles sticking out of him. He reveals that the needles contain poison and chides him for having to die because he saved insignificant people. Gyokko's words spark a sense of familiarity to Muichiro as he tries to remember where he had heard them before, suddenly recalling a hot summer day in a small abode. The demon expresses his eagerness to create a nice sculpture with a Hashira, but is interrupted by Muichiro attacking him. Gyokko uses blood demon art, water prison pot, to surround his opponent with a pot-shaped prison of water, rendering him unable to breathe or attack as his blade could not pierce through the layer. He laughs at his predicament and proclaims the 12 Kizuki's desire to weaken the demon slayers and reach Kagaya Ubuyashiki. A crow calls through the night as Mitsuri Kanji runs through the forest. She tells herself to hurry and enthusiastically states the convenience of the swordsmith village being close to where she was stationed.